ladies, Chloe Demir Save the Victor Roll. Guess what arrived last night? So excited. Some Kaleidos. So the products came in this pretty box, which was inside another bigger box. And then along with that box, we got this beautiful display. So you can see I have unboxed the goodies, as this is kind of like a net material that you can see through. So I bought the entire collection. So the I don't even know what it's called. Did they just give it a name? As always, I am so prepared, but there we go. Let's see what the little card has to say. Yeah, it doesn't say anything, but anyways, I just got to thank you for your support. Together we can make the future of makeup bright. It does have a name, I just can't remember. So I will pop the name up on top of what this collection is called, but something to do with night. So the eyeshadow quads came in these little boxes. The multichrome eyeliner thingies came in these little boxes, which has different color kind of coating on the bottom. And then I also got from their last collection, because I was on a no buy, but I really wanted one of the blushes, so I got one of the blushes. And then I got a freebie for buying the whole collection, which I will show you right now as I put it all in this little set. So you just kind of take this off here, and then you have the full collection. So I received one of their color activated eye primers as part, I think it was anything over $75 or something, and then the next higher up you got a bag, but I was more excited for that, so cool me. And then I got one of the blushes, and it comes in almost a package that's kind of similar to the new one, except for this one had kind of like a net, and it's squishy. And then when you open it up, besides having a mirror, it is this beautiful orangey color here. There isn't a name on here. There probably is in the box, but again, it's just easier for me to pop it on top. But I got that, and then we've got this, and then the actual collection is this. So we have the color eyeliner pencil. So there were 4, I want to say they were more regular, and then there were 2 like multi-chrome ones. And then, but anyways, but I believe there are 2 more specialty ones. But anyway, so we've got the 6 liners, and then we got 2 different palettes. The palette that I put back here is the one that is the more, this is the flowing, I want to say flowing, but it's the flowing haze. Comes with a mirror. Oh, this nicely goes back without wrecking the package. And it is this color story here. Oh, look, you can see me. Hi. And then on the card, it will list the colors that are on, that match the shades. And then the other one is actually the one that I'm more excited about. So it is in this colored case. So they're the slight differences. This one looks a little bit more purple, and this one just has more blues in it. And that's the same thing. It has that beautiful Kaleidos logo, and then you flip it over, you take away the name card, and then you've got this pretty color story. Now this was the color story that I was after the most, but I thought since I wanted all the pencils, might as well go in and get both quads, and this one was really good too. I didn't get the oh, maybe it isn't names. It's base, radiate, diffuse, and accentuate. Okay, there we go. So yeah, so I didn't get any of the quads from the last one because one was a smoky black one and one was more neutral. And the black, I had just bought the Natasha Denona smoky, was it a quad or 5? The little one of her small ones. So I didn't need another smoky one. Had I known that was coming out, I wouldn't have bought that one, and I would have got the Kaleidos. But there we go. Beautiful little symbol there. And here we are. So I just thought, because I don't have makeup on today, I got a vaccine update the other day. So my arm is killing me. I'm not really up to lifting this arm very high. And yeah, and then I had a Zoom meeting today, so I just didn't do any makeup, and I thought I will, just as I like to do occasionally, copy Miss Teresa Mulhern. I'm just going to throw some swatches on my face, and then we can do a look. Probably do one tomorrow, but I thought I could just quickly do a little something now. And then I'm wearing my new Keep Calm Plants Have Protein sweatshirt from Plant Babes, and I think I'm ready to go to do a little swatching. So, what should we start with first? Let's do the quads, because just normal eyeshadow is probably a little less exciting. Everybody's very excited about the pencils. So let's start with this first quad here. I had really thought it was the names, but it isn't. It's just telling you what they suggest you use each shade for. So what I will do is I'm going to do the 2 mattes, and then I will, where's it, 3, this one, this one is 3 mattes. I'm going to do the 3 mattes, and then I'll do the shimmer. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So let's take, oh, these are nice and silky. It is kind of, it feels a little domed a little on top. It doesn't look like it, but it just has that feeling. And then we're just going to go and do that on this side. And then there's that first shade, and this is the one that they would say which would be your base shade. This next one is supposed to be the diffuse shade, so that's a bit darker there, like so that's nice. And then this other one would be the accentuate, and then so that is the 3rd matte in the palette. There we go. Ooh, this one's really dark. There we go. And then finally, we've got to the Radiate shade, which is the shimmery shade. So let's pop this on our pinky here. Ooh, that's very pretty. And there we go. That is super nice. This is definitely more neutral with a pop of shine, but I think that's really nice. They feel really, the quality feels really nice. They feel very silky. I mean, I used my finger, but I'm not seeing any kind of fallout or anything. So those are super nice. So that is, again, the, what is it? The Flowering Haze. Yes, and then the second one, I can't remember if I read the name, which we're going to swatch next, is Glowing Iris. All right, I went and I shut off the video by accident while I was putting the one shade away. We're now going to be doing Glowing Iris. So then again, this is the one that has the more intense purples. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go and swatch the mattes, and then I'm going to do the shiny shade last. From what I've been seeing about other reviews, that the shades of the palettes don't really go with the liners. So I don't know if I want to do, I might do a eye look with each palette, one on each eye, and then do a separate look using the pencils, but I haven't quite decided. So let's go with our base shade. So that, ooh, that's really pretty. Pop that there. Do have skincare on, but nothing priming. Then we're going to go with our, what was it? This was the diffuse shade, and so it has a little flower like an iris. It looks like an iris. So that's that shade there. Side. Then this next one is the accentuate shade. So that's the darker one there. Ooh, wow, that's very dark. And then on my pinky again, we're going to do the, what is this one? The Radiate shade, yes. This one feels a little less smooth than the other one did. But is definitely more intense of a shimmer. This one here. So there we go. So there's the more neutral palette, the Flowering Haze or Flowing Haze, and this is the Glowing Iris. So there we go. So again, hopefully I can put these away without shutting off the camera. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go these two, then these two, then these two, and then I will write the names up on top. So let's give these a swatch. So This one I'm going to assume has got some red and green. I've not opened them yet. And then it's it's like a pencil, so it's not liquid. And then let's see, where do I want to put this? We've got 6 of them. Let's just go and do a line here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so you can see that it's like a reddy pink. And you can see if I can see it show any green. At the moment, I can't here, but it may show more when it has a base. Let's quickly do it on the hand here. Yeah, so when I have it on my hand, I can see it switch from gold to red. I don't know if I can show that here. I probably would have to do a really thicker line, but I don't want to waste any. But there we go. Seeing a little bit of it change. There we go. So that is our first shade. They do swatch really nice. Actually, the component itself is also very tactile. Now this one, it's got green and it looks like it's got blue and it's got purple. So let's see what this one does. I'm going to turn it up there, and I don't want to turn it too high. I don't want to take the chance of breaking it. The tip looks more green. Let's do this on top. Let's see. Oh, that is really pretty. I don't know if we can see any of it. Oh, there we go. So we've got like a turquoise, and then it goes to a more green. Wow. Okay, that's really pretty. All right. And next up, got this one here. And again, this one looks very green. Dark purple, or maybe there's also some blue. Very colorful component. So I'm going to do the same thing. Let's not raise it up too much. And then let's just give ourselves a swatch here. And see what we get. There we go. That's very green. That too goes, kind of see it go to a different color. Wow, that's very vibrant. That's very pretty. And then next we're going to do this one here. This one definitely looks like it should be more purpley heavy. So then when you, yeah, and then when you look at the tip, it's kind of purpley. And then let's go right here. These go on nice and smooth. There we go. It's definitely way more purple. Okay, so we've got 4 of them. And then now let's do this one here. And this one looks like it should be more blue heavy. And let's see what and the tip is definitely more bluish. Let's see here. Okay, so this one looks really kind of like a silvery blue. Wow, that is pretty. And now let's play with the last shade. So this one here, and this one also looks like it would have more of a red feel to it. Pop that up. Then it's got, ooh, this one you can really see like something like a burning coppery red. Okay, let's see, and let's just do it on the side. Thicker wing on the side. This is not to be perfect, this is just to see if I can see more with that. And that one there, that is super pretty. There we go. So I definitely gonna say the couple people that I saw that said that the liners really don't go with the eyeshadows, I want to say you are correct, madam. But they are very pretty, so that will be fun to do a look. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do an eyeshadow look on each eye, and then we'll do a look playing with the various liners. So that's it for this portion of the video. On to the next. Okay, so now we are back and we are going to play with the two palettes. And again, it was the Glowing Haze and Iris something. My short-term memory is crapola. Flowing Haze, there we go, and Glowing Iris. We're going to play with these, and I thought, well, since they're going to be easy looks because they're easy shadows, limited color story, I thought we would do an almost full face of Kaleidos. Yeah. I also have the new blush in Sunburn to try out. So I just have a little Danessa Myricks base on, a little bit of Fenty powder, my brows, and that is it. I would use the Kaleidos eye primer, but you'll have seen in tons of videos that I used it before when I was panning the other one because that was the one that was open. But right now I have a Suva Beauty open and I have a Colored Rain open. So I don't want to have 12 million eye primers. So that will be that. But I will, yes, I did bring my bronzer. I am going to use the Charisma Contour Palette. I think some of the contour palettes are still on the website. The original blushes, I think, are not. And I don't think I have a small brush set from Kaleidos and I have some highlighter brushes from Kaleidos, but I don't think I bought the one for the contour bronzer, blah blah blah. So I'm just going to use my Trixie Mattel one, and I'm just going to go into, I know it's like, what is it, bronze contour highlight or something, but I like the one in the middle. There we go. So we're just going to go use a little bit of the bronzer here. I never use very much because I'm pretty pale, but it does give me a little bit of shape there, and then along here helps a little bit with the angle here. As I'm getting older, getting a little jowly, just a little bit to give me a little bit of shape there. So that is the Charisma one, and this is the one that was in light. I believe there were 3 different ones, light, medium, and a dark. This was the lightest one. And then let's play with the Kaleidos here. And then I went to grab a blush brush and I forgot the one that I have been using. So I will just use this one here from Suva. I have not used it for anything, so there we go. And then again, this is from the last collection, not the, I forgot to look it up again, what this one is, because I think, wasn't Night Flower the one before, or is this one Night Flower, or was that Lethal? I'm terrible. Anyways, we're gonna go with Sunburnt blush. By the time I do the liner look, I think I should have everything down. What's what? We'll blame it on me not feeling well today. All right, so there it is there. I've not used their new formula, so let's see how intense it is. Okay, this looks like is one that's going to be buildable, and that's what I like in blushes. I mean, every once in a while it's nice to get bang a color, but then if you do a mistake, you're screwed, right? So when it comes to blushes, I do like one that is more on the buildable. Oh, I grabbed a little bit more this time, but still that's fine. You know, you get used to kind of shapes of certain brushes, and then when you go to something else, it's like, what? At least for me. And I always like a little bit on the nose, unless I'm wearing something like a purple blush or something, then I don't. But it's like an orange, peach, pink. I like that a little bit on my nose. And since this shade is called a Sunburnt, I'm going to assume it's supposed to mean like being a little sunburnt. So, and I do love orange and peachy blushes best, though I have been really, really enjoying the NARS Orgasm blush years late after everybody else was into it, but I guess better late than never, hey? Yeah. So again, that was from the last collection they released with the 2 original quads, and they had some other shades as well. And I think did they have some lip clays? They might have had new lip clays as well, but I can't remember. So we've got our blush on, we've got our bronzer on, and now we're going to put on some highlighter before going to the eyes. And I thought since we had a peachy kind of look, we were going to go and use Diamond Dasher. And I think this was the closest in shade that I thought would go with this look. Kind of a little neutrally pinky peachy. Then I'll use my favorite Kaleidos. I have 2 of the highlighter brushes. I will at some point buy more because I really like these. But I like this one so pretty. These are some of my favorite highlighters of all times, or the Kaleidos ones. You can get some that aren't as blingy, and you've got some that are super blingy. So there we go. That's really nice. We will do lips last because I do have a horrible habit of ending up smearing my lips after. But there we go. And then I'm going to quickly buff a wee bit here so we can set everything nicely. All right, I think that's looking really cute. Very light. I didn't want anything too heavy today. They don't have a setting spray, so I just got some Urban Decay All Nighter, and I got the glowy one. Been liking a teeny bit of glow, and there we go. So now, like I said, we were going to do one eye with one palette and one with the other, I think. I mean, I technically could go and just do a mix and match as well, but we're just going to do this for today. So there we go. We have a little bit of primer on our eyeballs, and then let's go. So let's start with the more neutral. We will use, oh, I love how this comes back. I don't have to worry about breaking or bending this. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then some shimmer. So let's take a floofy brush here. I don't think this one's been used. And we're going to go into the base shade. There is a little kick up in the pan, not much, and then I just go pick that up, and then that's that. And then let's quickly go over our, we decided this side, right? Oh, whatever, it's the side we're doing. So this is the base shade. Okay, this is going on darker than I expected it to. So look at that, it blends in really nice and easy there. Yeah, that's nice. So then I'm going to go into the darker shade for the outside. And this is kind of like a mauvey browny purple. And then we're just going to go and then tap that out on the outside. And I'm going to take, we will clean it up in a second, and we're going to go and take a smaller brush, slightly smaller one, and then we are going to go into the second darkest shade, or the medium shade in the palette here, the one that has a little, looks like iris flower imprinted. We're going to do that on the inner portion here. I'm going to leave the center for the shimmer. Like so. The colors don't have that much difference between them. I think they just don't really kind of slightly go up a stage. Then I'm going to take another fluffy brush, and then I'm just going to go and blend. There's nothing extra on it. Just give it. Yeah, I do feel like it's going a little bald on that one spot there. Okay, let's take a little bit more of that darker shade. So, and then I'm going to take this, where did I put it? There we go. We're going to put this flat brush, and then we're going to go into that accent shade, and then we're going to spray it as well. It's pretty. I'm going to try a little with my finger. It's a very pretty shade. It's nice. It's definitely more everyday neutral. There we go. That's all right, yeah? Okay, so now let's do the bottom lash line. And I think for the bottom lash line, I am just going to use the dark shade, the accent shade, and I'm just going to run that along the bottom, right? And then for inner corner, the other shade isn't very, well, it's shimmery, but I think it's too dark. So we're going to go into Diamond Dasher, and then we're just going to go and stick that into my inner corner for this eye. There you go, that's cute. We'll put mascara on at the end. So that is the Flowing Haze. Oops. Alrighty, so now we're gonna go into the one that is more purple. This is the other one that was the one that I really wanted. And this is also a 3 matte and a shimmery shade, and we're going to kind of use the same process. We will use the lightest shade into kind of the crease and outer edge, then we'll darken it, do the lighter, the middle shade on the inner, and then we'll do the shimmer on the outer. So that should be nice and easy. Actually, we're gonna go with this shade into the crease. It has the pretty iris embossing there. Yeah, this is the same, the latest shade. But this is not the one that's classified as the base shade though, but we're gonna use this one. Oh, that's really pretty. Pretty. There we go. And then we will go into the darkest shade, and then we're going to do that on the outer edge. Again, like I said, there's a teeny bit of kick up, and then I just kind of pick it up there. There we go. Oh, that's nice and intense. Oh, I really like that. I really like this. That is super nice. But I think I'm going to bring up the darkness just a little bit more into our first shade. Yeah. Just a little bit more. Okay, wow, that's really nice and dark. I like that a lot. And then we're going to go into the medium shade, and we're going to do that nearer to the front. That's super duper pretty too. These are definitely all shades where I could do like a one and done or one and shimmer. Yeah, it's really pretty. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to get a flat brush. And we're going to go into the shimmery shade. The shimmery shades don't have any kick up whatsoever. They're nice and like putty-ish. And then you're like, so. Let's see. Oh yeah, that is pretty. So I can already say, if you're gonna only buy one of the quads, this is it. That is really pretty. I don't even think I need to use my finger. And then I'm going to do on the bottom, I'm going to do the same thing like I did with the other eye. I'm going to take the darkest shade, and I'm just going to, which was that one there, and I'm just going to run that along the bottom. Being careful, because this is definitely one that would be harder to clean away if it went everywhere, because it's a more intense color. Right? So pretty. And then I'm going to do the same for the inner corner. I'm going to, if I can find the brush again. Yeah, Diamond Dasher, and we're going to go. So it's the one thing that's cohesive between the two eye looks. go. So there you go, you got the darker one. That's the more neutral one. And then I'm going to put on a little mascara, and then we can quickly pick a lip, a Kaleidos lip. And there we go. So there is our eye look. All right. So let's, like I said, we're trying to do an almost full Kaleidos look. So here, this is the set. I have two of these sets. I have the red one and I have the greenish tinged one. I'm gonna go with this shade here. I'll put the name up above there. This is definitely one of my favorite shades in this set. Rubino. Anyways, I like that one. So there we go. So that is the second part of this video using the eyeshadow palettes. And then next up we'll be using those fun eyeliners. All right, here we go. Okay, so here we are on the final part. We're going to play with these liners. So I was smart enough to write down the colors and the descriptions this time. So I want to, one more time, we're just gonna go quick. Yeah, this arm. We're gonna quickly go and swipe them. So this is the first shade we're grabbing here. And then I know we had swatched these really quickly on our face, but I thought we could just one more time, just do a little swatch. And then that's like that there. So I think that this one is a Limelight. That it's a prismatic multichrome gel eyeliner with a color shift across green, forest green, turquoise, and lake blue. And then again, it's so hard to tell, but I'm gonna think that this one is a Limelight. Okay, so this is this is 7Cs. Okay, so no, this is 7Cs. So this is a color shift of custard, lime, grass green, turquoise, and lake blue. Though from here, I am just seeing green and maybe a teeny bit of blue. So that's what this one is. This one is 7Cs. And it looks like, this one is Limelight. This one I can read for sure. So this is the other greenish one. So that one is Limelight, yes. So Limelight is more of a grass green to forest green, turquoise, lake blue, dark blue. But again, I'm not seeing it switch too much on my arm. So that was 7Cs and Limelight. Now this one here, this one has, so this is Night of Creation. So that one I could read because it was multi-lettered. So let's pop that there. And the Night of Creation is an Ultramarine Violet Dark Plum. And again, I just find it so hard to really see any kind of shifts. And I have this problem with anything, not just these particular liners. Anything that's kind of multichrome, duochrome, I always seem to be hard to see what this is. And this one is Sea Sparkle. So this is the one I think I might try something with today. And then it's the silvery blue, and it says silver, icy blue, denim blue. And I think I see a little bit of switch with this one. These are really crap swatches, sorry. All right, well, maybe I can see if I can play with the light here. There we go. So that was 7Cs, and then now we're gonna go in to, let's see, can I read what this one is? Solaris, excellent. So that is right, so I can't read this. So this is Solaris. So let's stick that on the bottom. This is the one that I think I see more shifts with in color, at least in person, if not on my arm. Solaris is a metallic red, sienna, orange, bronze, lime green, olive green. And again, I'm not really seeing that on my arm. So this would make this the last shade, and this would be Tourmaline. Yeah, so this would be Tourmaline. This is a peach, champagne, lemon, lime, mint green. So let's color that there. Just trying to get into, I have a little bit of a spotlight here so I can try and show the colors. But there we go. So those are the shades there. And again, I've been noticing people do really thicker strips and I think you could see the color more, but then I've heard other people say that they don't see a lot of shift. But like I said, if I'm doing it in front of me like this, I see it shifting pretty good, but I can't seem to get it to show on here. So there we are. Black off here so I'm not, can I get all this off? Oh, these are okay. All right, these stay on really good. So, because I am like with paper towel going crazy here. So that's really good. So they're gonna definitely be long lasting. Okay, so now we're back to play with liners. Now, full disclosure, I had already filmed a look. It did not turn out the way I wanted it to. Really is a learning curve to these pencils. So what I'm going to do is redo it just using the pencils, nothing else on my eye, and then of course finish off with mascara. And then for my closing bit of the video, I'm going to use the original one that I filmed, the look that I wasn't quite sure I liked and I had issues with, just so you can see. I was going to add it as an extra bonus, but it was really long and made the video really long because I really struggled trying to get them to look good using eyeshadows with them. But then I'll mention in the end about how I like the under eye. I think these definitely for me will probably play better by themselves, but I will play at other times with eyeshadow. But I thought, bless me. So I'm going to just play with a couple of the green ones. So I'm going to play with 7Cs and with Limelight. I think to start, if I decide to, I could maybe add something. I'm just going to try and play with them so you can just see the colors because they are very beautiful. They look really nice. The silver one is probably one of my favorites. Like I said, I really had an issue trying to figure out how to make them work with eyeshadow. Again, I'm not a makeup artist. I do this for fun. I love makeup. I've, over the years, on and off in my life, got obsessed with makeup, and since the panini, it's happened again. And so anyways, I'm not an expert by any means, and of course I'm older than the average duck that's on this channel, on these channels. So, you know, we've got the slightly wrinkly eyes, we've got the hooded eyes, and we've got the no makeup skill. So that's what I thought we can do, is just play with these, and then I can just see how they look and then go for there. And then I'm going out today, so if this doesn't turn out, I am just going to take it off, put on some new eye look, or I might add to it. But anyways, I just thought what we can do is just kind of do maybe almost, because that's the first one I was thinking, you'll see with the other look, because I used a light pastel colors that I thought I could kind of do a little bit of pastel, and then I kind of ended up doing my whole lid kind of like a euphoria type thing, but it didn't quite work out the way I wanted to, as you'll see in the closing. But I thought maybe we can just try and do that, do something fun here just using these pencils. So again, this is the one that is 7Cs, and I'm going to do it a little thicker because I want to really be able to see if we can see the color and if we can see anything kind of changing. The one thing I did note, oh, here I can see a little bit of the colors changing. Again, I always say that multichromes or duochromes seem to be more for the people that see your eye look versus yourself. They probably will see the switch way more. But then doing like this, you can see what a pretty color this is. So again, this is the one that is 7Cs. And then I'm gonna go and match that up on the other side. So I'm going to say, or these are probably good all over the lid as well. So now that I'm doing this, I'm a lot happier with this purchase for me. There is definitely a use for these pencils. For me anyways, with an eyeshadow look, that's where I struggled. So it's kind of fun to do really something shimmery today. My base is pretty shimmery, and I did want to use a Kaleidos highlighter today, but I missed out on the green highlighter from Kaleidos. I had just missed it, and buggers never brought it back. So this is the one from Blend Bunny. So anyways, so until they bring me a green highlighter, if I need a green highlighter, it can't be Kaleidos. Still so mad. And then I look sometimes every once in a while on Poshmark, and if they do come up for sale, people are like $400. And I'm like, no, not for something that's, you know, technically would be classified as expired at this point. Okay, so when I'm looking in my mirror here too, I get this lighter green shift and then darker here, but I don't think you can again really see what it is doing with studio light. Well, I have one studio light and then the rest is daylight. But yeah, no, in person here, looking in the mirror, I can definitely see it switch from a lighter to a darker green. So I don't know if you can here, but anyways, this is 7Cs. This is really, really pretty. Yeah, I'm a lot happier. I am more thrilled with these now. So these are now a happy purchase now that I've decided to play with it. And that's why I thought I'd redo it and have a disclaimer, because I try to, again, I don't use filters on my videos. On my pictures, I'll use a little contrast and maybe play with lighting, but I try not to do too much, or a small skin smooth maybe if the lighting was bad, so it made my skin look a little weird. But I never do anything on video. So what you see is what you get. So this is now going to be Tourmaline. Is it Tourmaline? Is that what I said it was going to be? Yes, I think so. And then let's... Oh yeah, so this is the darker one, and this is really pretty. So that's super nice, right? That was the other one that I used. Okay, ooh, this one's pretty. And I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna connect it. There. Yeah, see? Now that makes me happy. See, there we go. Yeah. All right. So my thing is, if you're wanting these liners, definitely they are great if you want to do just kind of graphic-y or fun shimmery liner looks without a shadow. Or I suppose if something light in the middle, like maybe do this first and then gently pat something in on the inside. Maybe that's what I'll do for me going out today. And if it turns out, I will insert a photo up on top here because I'm quickly filming this before I go out. And same thing, now I can see on this one the shifts in green when I'm looking in the mirror. So again, I don't know if you can see the shifts, but I can definitely see from here it goes to like almost a turquoisey blue, and then here is a lighter like a shiny apple green. So yeah, that's really, really nice. Yes. So I like the silver blue shade, and then I also really liked Night of Creation, which I believe is this. Nope, that's the silvery blue one. I don't think that really goes with green. So purple and green, right? So this is the Night of Creation shade. So maybe what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that in under and see how that looks. And then that way we can use 3 or half of them for this eye look. See, this, it goes so beautifully on the bottom lash line. I think I'm gonna leave my swatch. I did a re-swatch, and then it'll show at the end how really these stay so long. Like you definitely need to use a cleansing balm or whatever to get these off, which I think is great. So I'm gonna try this in the waterline and we'll test this out. And then if there's anything, like if they really fade out or something, I'll put it in the comments below if they don't work in the waterline or as we're finishing this up. But I really like this. I think these are my three favorite shades: the 7C's, Limelight, Night of Creation, and then the silvery blue one. The two reddish ones are nice too, but so I would say if you're gonna get them, I would get these. And then the silvery one also has it is called, again, no short-term memory, is Sea Sparkle. So I'll just quickly show if you can see here. This silvery blue is super nice. I really do really like that one. That would make a nice disco moment, I think. So there we are. Yeah, I am so much happier now. Like I said, you'll see the look that I did, because that's what I'm going to use. I'm just going, instead of just reshooting another ending, but spoiler alert, I do like these a lot better now that I reshot this look. And I'm just going to throw on some mascara, and I'm not going to care about a lip at the moment because I'm going to drink some coffee so I can have a nice fresh lip when I go out. Actually, I think I can leave my eyes like this. I don't think I'm going to put anything in the center. I think I dig this like this. We're just shimmery, shiny. Yes. Yes, queen. Okay, so we are going to go on to my original end video, and then you can see how tragic I originally did, but then you can see that these are actually really beautiful liners. So, okay, so we're back. I just quickly brushed my hair out, just thought, and then took like a peek in the mirror just to think what I thought. And though it didn't quite turn out the way I wanted it to, I don't hate it, and it was kind of fun to try and play with the liners. Definitely thinking, because looking how nice they look on the bottom lash line, that this is something where I would just do, you know, just on the top lash line, the bottom lash line, maybe do a flick on top, and then that's kind of it. Or if you wanted to do, I've seen some girls, they just kind of like did all the way kind of around. That looked kind of cool. If you just wanted to do some editorial type looks with it, I think they're definitely excellent, but I just need to play with them to figure out how to use them a little bit better. But they are pretty colors. Again, I don't see too much shifty, so I don't know. If you were wanting to buy these, I would just pick one or two colors. Like I said, the Night of Creation is really nice, and I really like this silvery blue one. The green ones are pretty, but I think they look better on their own. So the packet, the set itself is very cute. I don't regret buying this. I love Kaleidos. I will figure out a way that these liners will work for me. I did like buying the blush from the last collection. As always, words are hard, and this one was from the Smoky Nostalgia. Yeah, so this is in Sunburnt. So I have been really enjoying this. So I am glad I picked this up while I picked this up. I love the two palettes, even the more neutrally one. I really like, at the end of the day, you know, I kept looking at both eyes. I really did like this. It stayed all day, nothing separated or got weird or got smudgy. Really, really pretty. So I do highly recommend the quads. If you like more neutral, get neutral. If you want a beautiful beautiful smoky purple look, then I would do that. And again, this one is the Glowing Iris, and the more neutral one was Flowing Haze. Look at me writing stuff down so I don't have to try and read things. Right? So yeah. So I really enjoyed these a lot. So I highly recommend the two palettes, or in whatever color story that you like. And then if you were going to try these pencils, I would pick one or two on it. So I'm going to say the eyeshadow palettes are 10 out of 10. And I want to say these two colors are an 8 out of 10. And the other ones, 6 out of 10 maybe. So I would say, let's give it the whole set a 7 out of 10 if we were going to do a number value, though I really do like this, and I'm going to keep this together. So yeah, that's it. So anyways, before I keep on babbling, if you like this video, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe. If not, that's okay. We can still be friends. We can still fumble around trying to figure out how these duochrome, multichrome liners are supposed to work. As always, behave, make good choices, and we will talk to you soon. Okay, bye-bye.